Doug Morris. I am the general manager of Sharesight. And as Toby said, we are a cloud-based investment portfolio tracking system. You can think of us as a platform, although we sort of provide solutions, or you could even say competition, to some of the traditional platforms and wraps out there. And what I'm going to do is just walk you through what Sharesight is and what it does and how we get your trading history into Sharesight and what it can do. Now, despite my accent, I live in Sydney. We have an office here in Sydney, and we have our engineers over in Wellington. So we very much have local, dedicated versions supporting the local brokers and the local tax reports. So this is Sharesight, and this is my portfolio that I've set up here. Again, I'll show you how to set up a portfolio in just a second, but just look at the top right-hand corner of the screen there, and you can see current value, and you can see a total return, both in dollars and percent, over the lifetime of my portfolio. That's a really difficult thing for investors to do, right? You've got years of trading history. You might have data with an online broker, a full-service broker, a wrap, or a platform. Data sits with the registry. Data sits with, in your shoebox, under your bed, stack of contract notes. It's a bit of a mess. So what Sharesight tries to do is aggregate all of that trading history, get it running on our system, and then track it for you ongoing automatically, right? Underneath this chart, you'll also see that I have a line showing total return over time, which is comprised of my capital gain or loss, dividend income, and the effective currency on my portfolio. All that is calculated automatically once you get your holdings into Sharesight. We track ASX, NZX, LSE, NASDAQ, NYSE, managed funds, M funds, managed funds from New Zealand, and cash and fixed interest as well. So what I'll do now, I'm just going to create a new portfolio, and I'll show you how easy it is to get set up. So I'll call this AWI portfolio. You'll notice the other setting there is what type of entity it is. I'll just leave it as an individual trust. And so the first thing we're presented with is just an empty entity, right? This is a blank canvas that you can do whatever you want with. You can add 1,000 holdings, you can have a $10 billion portfolio. We do not charge on assets under management. We don't care how many trades you make. We don't care how often you use the system. It's the same flat rate, and I'll show you that in just a second. The first thing I'll do is add a holding the old school way, right? This is the manual way. This is the way that we ask clients to add holdings when we first launched a couple of years ago. And I'm going to show you this just because it gives a good idea as to sort of the power of the historical data we've got and how Sharesight really works. So let's say that we know that we bought Wesfarmers back in November of 2000, right? So Thanksgiving of 2000. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Let's say we bought 5,000 units, and let's say we don't know what the execution price was, right? Sharesight knows what the price was 14 years ago at the close of trading on that day. So click that, and it's auto-populated. Let's say we paid $19.95 in brokerage, so we have a running total there. You can also add in a few comments, and you can attach any files against the trade as well. So we'll save. So now we actually have something at work inside this portfolio. If I scroll down, you can see, here's my Wesfarmers holding here. If I click into it, we now have a sort of a similar page, but down at the holding level specifically. Now the cool thing is, we punched in that buy, and it took us 5-10 seconds to do that. But you can see we have corporate actions that have come in automatically. We have 3 returns of capital and a consolidation that's happened on your behalf because of the data we have in our database. That's all from the ASX, by the way. But probably more importantly, we also have 14 years worth of dividends that have come into this holding automatically. So if your records are a mess, or if you don't know sort of your income from dividends, that's all there. You can edit these and have a look at the data, make sure everything's correct. And you can also switch on dividend reinvestment plans. So it's just going to warn me because I'm about to reinvest 14 years worth of dividends. And now it'll recalculate, and my capital position has been changed. Now that's just the old school way, right? That's the old-fashioned punch in a holding manual. But what most people do is they take advantage of our broker import. So I'm going to use ComSec. And I'll put in my ComSec details. Better make sure the password's correct. You can set a trading range. And what Sharesight's doing, it's going off, it's talking to ComSec, and it's pulling in your historical trades. It's showing you the data that's found from ComSec on the screen. You can edit this, run your eye over it, make sure it's correct. and you can save. So you can see they're building up your portfolio like that. So now those 4 trades have been added to my manual West Farmers purchase. So you can do that from any number of brokers for one portfolio. So now we actually have some data in Sharesight, but everything I've done is going back in time and getting me up to date as of now, right? That's the setup, that's all it takes. From this point forward, you can switch on our broker email import, and what this does, it's a listening device. It listens for trades that you make with your brokers. When you make a trade, a contract note is generated, and if you add this email address right here to your online broker or send it to your full service broker, a contract note will be sent to Sharesight. We'll automatically scan the PDF and update the trade in about 60 seconds in our system. We support 62 brokers in Australia and New Zealand with this system. And what's really cool, you can actually send emails manually to this email address as well, and we'll pick up those contract notes and build your portfolio that way too. So it's a great solution, not only for tracking your portfolio, but for record keeping as well. I've got another portfolio here that I fired a contract note to last night. Let's see, Magellan. You can see here's my Magellan holding. You'll notice I've got a buy trade here. I've got a little paper clip and a conversation bubble here. If I go into this trade, you can see automatically created from an email sent by Commonwealth Securities, and then I can download the contract note against the trade. So there it is. Right. So now that we have data inside the portfolio, it's time to start running reports and actually analyzing your holdings. So the first thing I'll do is just open up the reports menu and just give you a chance to have a look at the 9 different reports that you can run in Sharesight. Some pretty obvious ones in there: performance, historical cost, future income, taxable income as well. All of our reports are run on the fly, so this is cloud-based. It's as at market close the previous day. I've just run a performance report, and all the information is up to date as at yesterday. But you can also edit the time range, so you can start the report whenever you like and end the report whenever you like as well. And then you can export all the information to Excel or PDF. Unrealized CGT, this is obviously a very popular report. This is a great way to model your tax liabilities. So again, this is running on the fly based on the trades that we've made. On the screen, so this defaults to as at 30 June. But on the screen, you can see short-term cap gains unrealized, long-term capital gains, capital losses, and a handy summary table. And again, you can export all this information to Excel or PDF. Yeah, you might have noticed here we've got the FIFO, first in, first out, sale allocation method at work. You can switch this, and you can actually set a sale allocation method at the top portfolio level, or you can do it at the underlying holding level as well. So if you want to get into the nitty-gritty on your taxes. Or if you don't want to muck around with your CGT report, and you want to just send access to your accountant, you can do that too. So there's no limit to the amount of logins you can send to other people once you're a paying client of Sharesight. You just put in their details here, first name, last name, email address. You can write a little message, and then very importantly, you can select the access level that they have. So there's really no way that your accountant can justify charging you admin fees when you've done all the historical work on your behalf. Sorry if I'm offending any accountants in the audience, but it's all done here for you. Another important setting to note too is our connection to Xero. So if you have Xero, if you have any level of Xero's cloud-based accounting system, you can send buys, sells, dividends, and corporate actions into Xero in real time. So really what you have through Sharesight is you've got a way to suck trades in from your broker in about 60 seconds. Those are then calculated in Sharesight, and that information is passed to an accounting system in real time. So you've got about a 120-second span there where you've got execution, administration, and accounting all done for you. Right? And we've also built connections with some of the other guys actually in this room. So we've got an API, which basically means we can send data from our portfolio system into research providers or financial advice providers. What we're really trying to do is create an engine that makes it easier for you to visualize your data, know what's going on, and then connect through to other people who specialize in their core services. And then just a quick note on our pricing. Sharesight is free forever at our introductory starter plan. So you can use one portfolio with up to 10 holdings free forever. It's not a time trial. No one's going to bother you. Just sign up. and you can do exactly what I've just done here. You can connect to your broker, you can send contract notes through, and this is just designed to get you familiar with the system. You can see how we calculate our returns, you can analyze your own holdings, and then if you're ready, you can upgrade to an investor or an expert plan. No contracts, no commitments of any kind, and that's just a $25 per month fee. Unlimited holdings across 3 portfolios, unlimited trades. Again, we do not charge on an asset-based fee. It's all just flat pricing. And upstairs we have a booth, so if you'd like to get more of a personalized demo, happy to run you through it. And we're giving away a little coupon card for 30% off. So if you sign up before Christmas, you can save 30% off the rates you see up here. So thank you very much.